You'll see I've navigated to our SharePoint homepage. Your expense management application can be deployed anywhere within your environment, just so it's easy for your employees to quickly access. Today, I'm going to take on the role of Tim Ball in creating an expense report for our demonstration. You'll see that Tim has some prior expense reports, some that are under review, approved, or rejected. But let's go ahead and create a new expense report. The first thing that's going to be requested is a title for that expense report. So I have a recent sales trip to Texas. You have the ability also to create an expense report on behalf of someone. This would come in handy as an executive assistant would do so maybe for an executive on their team. The report date will go ahead and default to today's date, and then you have the ability to go ahead and select a begin date. I'll do this for October, and an end date that covers the expenses for this particular report. Give a little additional background for your reviewer to make it easy for them to go ahead and assess these expense items. Sales meetings with XYZ company, and I'll go ahead and hit create. At this point, our header is created, and we have the ability to attach individual expense and mileage items. What I want to show you first, though, is that you have the ability at the header level to go ahead and attach receipts. This can be helpful for somebody that's traveled and created one document for all their sales receipts. You can quickly browse to your desktop or anywhere on your machine to pull back those receipts, attach them at the header level of the expense report. Let's go ahead and add some expense items. Here you're going to see the expense date defaults to the begin date of your report, and then you're going to have the option to select an expense type. So for the actual now you have the ability to go ahead and select an expense type. This airfare is actually going to be coded on the back end to the appropriate GL assignment based on the configuration of the application. But as a user, they just want to simply be able to select from a drop-down menu of expense types. We'll take care of all that GL coding on the back end for you. So the payee in this instance, we'll put American Airlines, and this was flight from LAX to Houston, and it was a flat $200. Just as before, I have the ability to associate and attach an attachment with one particular line item. I can browse to my computer, grab one of those attachments, and associate that to one particular line item. There we go. We've got our first item. Let's go ahead and add some others. And I'll put this for the following day on the 30th. And I had a meal. We'll say that I was at Starbucks. And I also had breakfast with Sarah Taylor. Just some more background for the reviewers, and it was a flat $20. I'll go ahead and hit save, and we'll see that registered as another line item within the expense report. Next, I'm going to add some mileage items. There is a